In 1950, two Rand scientists made what is arguably the most influential discovery in game theory since its inception. Merrill Flood and Melvin Drescher devised a simple, baffling game that challenged part of the theoretical basis of game theory. Rand consultant Albert W. Tucker dubbed this game the prisoner's dilemma. So called because of a story Tucker told to illustrate it, the game was quickly recognized as the most chimerical of conflict situations. We'll come to the prisoner's dilemma in due course. For now, it will suffice to say it is an intellectual riddle that still puzzles us today. To those who study folklore, a dilemma tale is a story that presents a difficult decision and asks the listener what he would do. The prisoner's dilemma is just that, a story ending in an unresolved dilemma left to the listener or reader. Not published as such until years after its invention, the prisoner's dilemma spread through the scientific community of the 1950s by oral transmission that would satisfy the folklorist's definition of a dilemma tale. Of course, the prisoner's dilemma is much more than a story. It is a precise mathematical construct and also a real-life problem. By the sort of synchronicity that is less mysterious than it seems, the prisoner's dilemma was discovered in 1950, just as nuclear proliferation and arms races became serious concerns. Today, the tensions of the early nuclear era are considered the classic illustration of a prisoner's dilemma. The troubling question of whether to gain security for one side at the expense of the common good is not new to the nuclear age. Such issues are as old as warfare. But the swiftness and devastation of nuclear attack brought these issues to the fore. It is not much exaggeration to say that the prisoner's dilemma is the central issue of defense, and that one's personal reaction to it, which cannot be proven right or wrong, is what makes some people conservatives and other people liberals. This is not a book on military strategy. The prisoner's dilemma is a universal concept. Theorists now realize that prisoners' dilemmas occur in biology, psychology, sociology, economics, and law. The prisoner's dilemma is apt to turn up anywhere a conflict of interests exists, and the conflict need not be between sentient beings. Study of the prisoner's dilemma has great power for explaining why animal and human societies are organized as they are. It is one of the great ideas of the 20th century, simple enough for anyone to grasp and of fundamental importance. In the last years of his life, von Neumann saw the realities of war becoming more like a fictional dilemma, or the abstract games of his theory. The perils of the nuclear age are often attributed to technical progress outstripping ethical progress. This diagnosis is all the more disheartening for the suspicion that there is no such thing as ethical progress, that bombs get bigger and people stay the same. The prisoner's dilemma has become one of the premier philosophical and scientific issues of our time. It is tied to our very survival.